The sound of the final buzzer means it's hangover time. So grab a drink and join your host, Alphonse Sidney, for a Miami Heat Beat post-game show.
I'm mad, right? I'm not mad that we lost. Okay, I'm mad that we lost. I'm mad because we're fucking better than them. Like, we are better than them. We beat their ass all night long without Jimmy, Kyle, or Debo. Jimmy ain't even show up. In fact, Jimmy was playing for the Bucks, and we were still whooping their ass. And then all of a sudden, our brains just... Like, we just can't fucking, like, Tyler can't get the ball across half court. He's thrown into just right into the Bucks players' hands. Jimmy, yeah, whatever. Bam, I mean, he had a little turnaround. Like, just a complete fucking collapse. Like, and honestly, it's whatever. It's one game out of 82. The Heat are still in first place with a tiebreaker on the second place team. They still have a chance to win the season series against the Bucks. It's all in all, it's fine. But, like, we're better than them. And despite being better than them, all those fucking inbred shits in Milwaukee are fucking happy tonight. Bobby Portis, who can't even fucking close his eyes to sleep, is going to sleep like a fucking baby. With his lids halfway over the fucking bulbous eyeballs. Grayson Allen is happy tonight. Grayson Allen.
He's happy Black History Month's over.
First of all, he was celebrating that shit. He's over there invading Ukraine. He fucking got in the Capitol scot-free. And now he gets to celebrate this shit. Bring me out, Brass. We're better than them. Fucking better than them. And they fucking oh man. Anyway, I'm Alphonse Sidney, aka Al954. Welcome to the Miami Heat post-game show, Hangover Time. If you're watching us live on Twitch, thank you. I don't know why you didn't just go to sleep, but we appreciate you joining us. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, you're a fucking masochist. We love you too, but we appreciate you coming through and hanging out with us.
Thanks for the clicks, Bucks fans.
Oh yeah, God. Oh, the one fucking no. Tomorrow on YouTube, the comments that they get an hour a day where their fucking internet is working because they're a fucking third world country, and they're gonna jump. Fuck that.
You sure as fuck can't.
Yeah, your internet is stupidly locked in tonight, Kenny.
My family's from a third world country. I can laugh at that shit. Haiti got Wi-Fi for an hour a day, just like Milwaukee. And they're going to come into them comments, and they're going to talk all their shit. Fuck them. I'm not going to ask nobody drinking. I don't want to know who kicked our ass tonight, because fuck them. We kicked our own ass. And the answer is Jimmy Butler anyway, so we all know what that's going to be. So I don't know what the fuck to say. Bond, go ahead.
I don't know. Like I don't even know that we were the better team throughout the night. Like, it started not great. They let Gabe get sunned the whole first 5 goddamn minutes. I don't know why we insist on starting Gabe on like a Chris Middleton and like letting him stay switched onto a Pascal when we have PJ and Jimmy. Bam has his assignments. PJ does his thing. Like, man, like to your point, Jimmy is the answer to who kicked our ass, and just like a lot of just what didn't need to be tonight. And then they got it together, made a run, got shit going, and then just like you said, just kind of collapsed. It really left me a little bit gobsmacked. We were back here backstage, me and Brass were fucking kikiing, having a good time, and then my whole like night got a little bit deflated. You can take me out. It is one game. They're still in first. But god damn it. Like, I had so many feelings that I can't express them properly.
Tiff, Jimmy was point shaving tonight. True or false?
Bitch.
And he went too far. Like, he went too far with it.
He went too far. That's it. You play too much. You play too fucking much.
Come on, man. Go ahead, Tiff.
Will you go ahead? I
should have went to bed. Like,
define gobsmacked.
Jimmy got us fucked up over here. That's what's God's fact. He got us fucked up. I'm down. I'm for real. I'm down. Cause that was I don't know what the hell that was. I was happy. I was like, oh shit. Listen, all I know is we got the best fucking bench in the league. They proved it again tonight. Whatever y'all want to say, Gabe too small, Max don't play defense, on and on and on. If you didn't have those sorry ass summer bitches, it would have been even worse. So thank your stars that the bench started back clicking, or this would have been real ugly because I don't really know what happened to your starters.
And to that point, it was the lineup with them four
that brought it back.
That brought it back. And honestly, once Jimmy and PJ came back in, it kind of everything went to shit. And I'm not gonna blame. I'm not blaming PJ because PJ just over there handling his business. He trying to just
trying under the boards by himself like this.
He like y'all don't even give y'all. I don't even have a backup. The rest of y'all got a backup. I ain't got no damn backup. Go ahead, Brass. I don't know what that. I'm not even asking no question. I don't know what.
Yeah, you're not even just. Yeah, you just want me to talk. I guess. Yeah, I mean,
this is a group therapy session.
It's just.
It feels like it, right?
I'm annoyed, but like overall, I didn't feel too bad about the game. I'm annoyed at Jimmy. Jimmy had a shit game, and but I mean, listen. We lost by a point. Now it was a miserable fucking point because we had no business losing this game. Right, I mean, it was a late game collapse by us, and that's unacceptable. However, I mean, we've been handling the Bucks really well, double digits. The first one was like a blowout. Last game was still a double-digit win. This we lost by a point, and then Bucks fans crying on our YouTube page the last couple games because like, oh well, we're out Brook Lopez and this and that. It's like, listen, I mean, we're out Kyle tonight, and I think Kyle is the kind of player he can keep Jimmy in check somewhat on these games, especially in late game. That fourth quarter Kyle Lowry, do not discount that fourth quarter Kyle Lowry.
You would have won this game with Kyle. And listen,
I'm not like, oh no, like the Bucks are going to be an annoying matchup no matter what, because I mean we have a fucking history now, right? I mean it's gonna be a dirty matchup, but like I'm not overly concerned. If we won by a point, lost by a point tonight, I don't feel that different, but it doesn't mean that I can't be really fucking annoyed that I'm like rehearsing PEPAS before this fucking thing.
We're supposed to be out here singing PEPAS.
Nah, we're not giving them that shit tonight.
We're not doing PEPAS after that shit. The Heat don't deserve it. You guys deserve better. We want to have a good time with the PEPAS shit. This shit don't deserve no PEPAS. We're holding the PEPAS.
We're too salty for PEPAS.
We're too salty for PEPAS.
Salty. We were supposed to win that shit. Kenny, you salty?
Even the chat is like no fucking PEPAS.
Right. Nobody wants it tonight.
Kenny's blurry.
Kenny, the game just ended. Kenny, the game just ended for you because you've been smiling the whole night. No wonder. Now that the game has finally ended at your house.
Kenny ain't got to the last possession yet.
Right. Kenny, close your eyes.
Yeah, Kenny's like, oh, we're up at the half. What are you guys talking about?
Kenny, look away.
Nah, but truth be told, I could explain what happened. I'm just not sure anybody's trying to hear that shit. But really, Milwaukee, it was a 1-point game. Milwaukee was in control the whole time. I understand because us as fans, including myself, I'm not taking myself out. We tend to, because we're rooting for the Heat, we tend to only like watch them. And if a guy's playing well, we give them credit. If they're playing bad, we don't really care why it happened. Milwaukee was just razor sharp with their game plan. It was sag off Jimmy, put some length on him. If he's gonna try to get to the paint, beat him there. I don't give a fuck who else is open. And if you notice, Tyler went off, but it wasn't because he was just amazing. He was, but he had the whole side to the floor himself. There wasn't really any help coming. The only time anybody else came over to him was on the pick and rolls. It was like, okay, get 30, get 40. We don't care. We're stopping Jimmy. What happened at the end is that they switched it up. Okay, enough for Tyler. Put Wesley on him. Jimmy's out of it already. He can go to hell, whatever. And now it's over. And that was what it was. And so I think I understand frustration. I was frustrated too watching it at times, but Not really, because all Bud had to do was he was in control the whole time, pretty much.
He was, yeah. It wasn't.
Yeah, he was in control
close
the whole
of a
time.
game to me. Like Milwaukee felt like they had it.
I disagree with that because this game, the Heat gave away the game. Okay, you can say was Bud a genius for putting an extra guy on Tyler and him throwing it into the fucking opposing player's hand?
No,
Bud did a good job. Bud had a great scheme against Jimmy, and they're going to have to overcome and figure that shit out. And I think Kyle will help them figure that shit out. But the Heat did, despite Jimmy having an awful game, did everything they had to do to win the game. In fact, the fucking jump ball at the end was a fucking foul. Fucking Giannis elbowed Jimmy in the goddamn head, and they called it jump ball. We win the game.
That was the moment where Jimmy was supposed to flop like he normally flop instead of just dropping. No, do your theatrics.
That's the thing. That's the whole point. That's
the Jimmy thing,
and that's my larger point.
But the conversation, I don't think the conversation is the Bucks were in control. They were not in control. To me, the Heat gave away. Like, listen, the Heat are up 4 points with 32 seconds left. That don't sound like the Bucks were in control. I think
that sounds like a large gap to you, like 4 points with 32. Like, I understand being in control and that's not in control of the game.
Left. You should win that game.
You should win, but that's not.
You should win that game because
control.
You had 18 seconds left on the shot clock when Tyler threw away the ball, right?
And then you let Chris walk into a three. Like none of that. That's not in control.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This is not, to me. This is the Heat giving away a game. It's not so much the Bucks being in control. I'm going to, push back against the Bucks were in control.
I see it as both ways. They were in control the first half of the game handedly, and that's enough to try to overcome.
And so
the first half of the game, it was a 4-point lead at halftime.
Right, and so they were in control more so as far as the game plan went. The Heat did fuck up a few times, so that Tyler turnover, that's completely inexcusable. He's still not tight with the ball. He still doesn't make great decisions when there's pressure on him and when there's a stronger body on him. So that is on him. But you got to remember, this is a blowout without Tyler tonight. They got away the end. And it's a
blowout without Chris Middleton. If my aunt had balls,
it's a blowout without Jimmy.
Right. Might be a win.
That's what I mean. It's a Heat blow. Yeah.
And I understand people are getting mad that Spo
I wouldn't have brought him back in. I
wouldn't have.
I get it. Like, I get it. But at some point, like, you just got to trust your best players.
That's all he does. But he's continued to.
But in a game,
not all. He's close to other people.
I don't. The positive outcome of benching Jimmy in a March game against Milwaukee does not outweigh the negatives of benching your best player in a game that in a very competitive game against one of the best teams in your conference.
You keep saying benching as if it's like this huge judgment or like this. And I understand.
They were up like 12. They were up like 12 with him sitting. But I wouldn't have brought him back.
Benching is a huge indictment on your best player. I'm sorry. Am I wrong there?
I don't look at it. I get it. I get that it's a decision. But
they wasn't benching Bam though.
It's one that you should
second best player.
Yeah, right.
They wasn't benching Bam.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Y'all know what though? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Honestly, we got to stop saying that the Bucks game plan for Jimmy. They didn't stop Jimmy. They didn't stop Jimmy at all. Jimmy stopped Jimmy. They didn't clog up the paint. They didn't put Giannis on him. I'm sorry. He should be able to deal with Middleton. He should be able to, I don't even know who else is on that team. The guy with the braids, the guy with the dreadlocks. No, I'm sorry. Fuck Jimmy tonight. That we got to stop acting like Bud schemed for Jimmy. He did not scheme for Jimmy. It's not hard to scheme for a guy who can't shoot. This is the problem. Like, we talk about the crux of the problem is that he can't make consistent jump shots. And if he can't make the consistent jump shots, and if he can't get around the guy with the dreads, because who knows who the fuck his name is, that's the biggest problem.
Yeah, Jimmy definitely
has off Bam tonight again.
And I think it was both. Jimmy does have his weaknesses offensively. And the Bucks expose him for it, just like they typically do. He typically doesn't play great against the Bucks, really, but since last season. I mean, he gets to the paint, he gets to the line, but if he turns that corner and now the rotation is not late, they're not out of position, and they don't need to foul him, they probably won't. And so now instead of getting all the way to the basket, he usually does. He's taking these weird fadeaways, and that's not an excuse because that's still a dumbass shot for Jimmy to take. But I will say. It's kind of both. It was game plan, and Jimmy does have to be smarter.
Early in the season, like the whole first portion of the season, his shot making and then weird, strange turnarounds was all right. Like,
but he doesn't go to. But that's the thing. Like when we watch him close, he doesn't go to that one move that he's basically honed in on. There's too many different things he's trying to do in the closing of a game. He needs that one move, which is that turnaround jumper when it's because to me, I think that should be his go-to move. But he doesn't
turn to the baseline.
Right, but he's doing too many different things and it's like, no, if that's your bread and butter, go to it. And also get in the post. That was the other thing. He wasn't in the post tonight.
He should have did that.
So,
They weren't moving the ball. But then even after all that, I thought they went to Tyler. Tyler hit a nice little midi. They went to Bam. Bam hit a nice little midi. Like, they were doing the right things. They're coming back down with a 4-point lead. All right, you've overcome all the bullshit, and then you just literally shit yourself.
Well, number one, you don't pass the ball.
I know maybe that doesn't mean literally, but I feel like you check their shorts.
Tonight it feels like it.
They shit themselves. I feel like if you look back at the replay, they shit themselves on the court. Like, that, to me, like, you overcame all this shit. Like,
Gabe didn't deserve to win it. Damn.
Gabe was having an amazing game. Gabe was shooting some bullshit off the corner of the backboard. You held Giannis in check. You had a very good game plan against Giannis. Jimmy was, even with Jimmy shooting terribly, he was playing good defense and they had two really nice stops. And then on the road against a really good team who's going to make a comeback, you just completely lose all composure. Tyler getting the ball knocked out of his hand on the backcourt when he barely got the ball over the half court in the first place.
He shouldn't even been dribbling.
Yeah, he should have had it.
Finally, Jimmy takes the ball. Jimmy takes the ball, and then that's when I think the next two possessions you had the hero midi and you had the band mid range. And then the next play, Jimmy comes down, passes to Tyler, who looks scared for his life, and look what happens. Like, and that's the shit that just bothers me. Like, you had the game in hand. Like, what the fuck are we doing? And then this four corner shit with Spo, done. Let's stop. Don't want to see it again. Like,
somebody has to get the ball.
Like this four corner stuff on after the timeout.
You can't do it with Gabe taking it out. He's too short.
He's too small, which was another thing. I didn't understand why. Honestly, I would have had Jimmy taking the ball
taking it out and letting your other guards go.
Take the ball out and then you cut towards the basket. I'm not gonna pass it to you, but you just cut towards the basket.
Bring Bam to the ball. Bring your biggest. You just need to get it in. Bring Bam.
That's all you need to do.
Bam and PJ were all the way the fuck on the other side. The motherfuckers was in Chicago.
Cold.
They was in Jersey getting ready for the next game. Is it in Jersey or is it home? I don't
know. Brooklyn.
They ain't been in Jersey like a decade.
Jersey.
Look, listen, this game done knocked me back fucking 2 decades.
Black in time.
I was just about to say black in time.
Speaking of which,
we don't have a new black in time tonight.
Alf Quantum leaped.
Man.
Went back in time to fucking get the ball out of Tyler's hands.
Loss. Like you say, even overcoming all of that,
everything.
But I personally don't feel they deserve to win that game. I don't like the way that they started.
Yeah, the Heat are definitely not without fault. They're not without fault. I mean, of course, I do still think the Bucks game plan against me, but he doesn't have to let it work. Like, damn, they're giving you the jumper for a reason. Why the fuck are you? He was at what, 3 threes at halftime or something like that. Yeah, don't do that. Just don't do the exact thing the defense wants you to do.
Yeah.
Or do it and do it well. Bam, they give you that jumper too. Bam's driving into the space like they're backed up for you, ready to absorb that contact.
I trust Bam's jumper way more. I trust Jimmy's.
I thought Bam played a good game. He bullied Bobby's ass, which I was happy. Like, Bobby could not guard him. And then the last 4 minutes, he had that one drive against Bobby. Then he had the jumper. Bobby could not guard him. So if Bobby can't, why is Bam not? And then why is Bam not getting the ball more? Then they got him the ball, and then they just. Yeah, I mean that walk-up three. That fucking
Chris.
Yeah.
Everybody knew he was going to shoot that. And
everybody knew it, and nobody went to him. Nobody.
Not a soul.
Nobody.
And,
to me,
and I knew it was going to go in too. It was like,
yeah. Oh, you knew that was going in.
Yeah.
You knew it.
And so, to further get to the point where I'm not excusing Jimmy tonight, even though I understand the gameplay part, it was on him to contest that. He was right there. He was right there.
He was right there all night.
Because they were down 4 with 32 seconds left. For real, that's not even 2 whole possessions. I'm expecting Milwaukee to foul, and then we get this turnover, and then I'm like, God damn.
Well, that's what I figured. I figured you were gonna bleed the clock down, and then they were gonna have to foul you. We did but instead the pass from Tyler was it was just this little tepid.
It's like they expected them to come foul and they did, and they got panicked. It was like
But you saw it all. But you saw
themselves,
it slip.
Bond. They shit themselves.
But you saw it immediately. You know when you knew it was when you knew when shit was going wrong. So when Gabe couldn't get the ball in the first time and he calls a timeout. And when Gabe came back out and his ass walked out of bounds and took the ball again, I said,
it's over.
If you couldn't fucking see the first time, how are you gonna see now?
Yeah, I don't understand why Gabe was the guy on the out of
Gabe
bounds.
shouldn't have been the one.
Here's the thing, and Gabe is perfect in the fourth quarter on free throws.
17 for 17.
Yeah, I really don't understand
why. He needs to be
why
receiving the ball.
Yeah,
he's quick. He's small. He's a guard. He knows how to use his body. Let him go get open and zigzag himself to the ball.
He wasn't even the best passer on the court. Jimmy should have took that out.
Yeah,
Jimmy just should have took that out so he wouldn't have been involved in the offense.
It was also kind of unusual tonight because Spo. The clock management at the end. I mean, to end that, to have that, it could have ended up a little different with about 2 seconds left at the end. If you could take it in the half court, if you're able to call a timeout, but it's kind of rare for Spo to get to that point and not have a timeout to use.
Well, he had to use it because
Gabe.
Yeah, because
no,
Gabe.
I know, but it was just.
I mean, and good thing he called the timeout.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Honestly, it was a 5-second violation. If you
it was.
Yeah.
So that
they
didn't call that foul on that jump ball. Fine, they should have called a 5-second violation before that. Whatever.
Yeah, but I mean,
somebody
and
in the chat's asking why Duncan didn't play the second half. Because Strus was lighting it up. Who are you going to bring?
Yeah.
Honestly, everybody played well. The
bench played
the last 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, the only person that fucked shit up is Jimmy, and then Tyler at the end. But Tyler's probably tired of carrying the team all night. I think Tyler played every fourth quarter minute tonight.
I can't give Tyler any shit tonight.
Yeah,
What'd you say, Brass?
I said I can't give Tyler shit tonight. I mean,
no, he did all he could do. Listen, I was telling Bond in the chat. I was like, listen, we really out here depending on the dude who was just last year drinking milk through a straw. This is what we doing. This is not supposed to be happening. Tyler is supposed to be the icing on the cake. He's supposed to just come in and freestyle and not have to put us on his back and do this shit. He's not built to carry the team.
We need Kyle from the biggest reason they need Kyle is for the end of games for Jimmy to be off the fucking ball.
Yeah.
And I love Jimmy Butler. Yeah. And honestly, minute 8 through 4 in the fourth quarter, he's usually a monster. Minute 4 through 0, oof. Oh my God. It's like Crotty even pointed out, he actually made a good point for once. They were not getting into their offense till about 16, 15, 14, 13.
No time on the
clock.
No time.
That's not happening with Kyle.
No.
Yeah,
Kyle will commit a turnover before he lets that shit
happen. Kyle throws the shit out of bounds looking for a kick.
Yeah, but Hail Mary,
right, 1 second go off the clock.
Kyle be like, we had 9 seconds. This
is taking too long. Go.
Plug it. We'll get it next time.
Put the pig in pigskin.
It's funny because it's true.
It is, and that's why. To me, that's
so
why this game is
disappointed
just
in
more
Jimmy.
annoying than anything. Like
I'm disappointed, Jimmy, though, because it's not this game. If you want to be really
It's the
all the
whole
way
fucking
from
season.
It's all the games.
it's
Yeah,
real,
And so,
all the
and so
season, the whole season, yeah. But like this last like 5-6 games.
Yo, when Jimmy is good, Jimmy is good. But when
nigga,
Jimmy is
he's bad, and it looks so bad because they go to, like he's there, he's obvious. They go to it a lot until Spo sits him, and like I said, I don't know that I would put him back.
Caleb's playing great. Honestly,
Caleb was playing very well.
for size, I would have, and Gabe was playing awesome, but I would have kept Caleb in over Gabe just for size and defense.
If you have to keep Jimmy out there, sure. But if
You had 14
The point,
willing to
but,
take Jimmy
but
out,
Spo wasn't trusting Jimmy offense. That's why Gabe was still in the game.
Yeah.
so
Think about it.
and-
There's no other
I
reason.
know, yes.
I was
There's
I
no
was
other
sweating
reason.
the month of March when Caleb was hobbling off the court though.
Oh, I was too. I was like,
I'm
oh
like, oh
shit,
fuck.
because that's a can't afford that.
No, you just can't afford that. I mean, he's a guy that needs to be there. That's all I can
Where
say.
he landed. How we
And
get
so
here?
yeah, those last few minutes, and
Yeah, right. It's
and,
true.
like I've been the main guy all season who was like, you don't necessarily have to take the ball out of Jimmy's hands, but in nights like tonight, especially when it's not working for him, you have to stop forcing it to him. He was getting in weird situations.
He looked like he didn't want it.
Yeah.
So take him out.
He
That's
didn't
what
want
I'm
the
saying.
ball.
No, so you can keep him in because he was still playing good defense, but
Yeah.
give the ball to Ben. They were rolling him
I
outside.
mean-
That's why he.
I
ended
mean,
up
was
they rolled
Jimmy
him outside
playing
of
good
him, but
defense?
He
Like
did.
we gotta
he
no,
played
no, no,
good.
no.
Outside
The
of that,
first quarter, he played good defense.
No,
After
he had-
that,
in that fourth quarter when he came back in, he had 2 stops in a row. He was playing some good.
I'm not
defense.
even a numbers person. What's Jimmy's numbers on tonight?
Oh,
I'm not even.
They're
I'm not
probably
even a
terrible,
numbers
I'm sure.
person.
Shit is gross.
I'm sure they're terrible, but
Because I know he a negative 30.
Negative 21. That nigga was 6-3-1. Those are Tony Snell numbers.
That ain't even Tony Snell.
Like I don't even need Jimmy to be good in the last 4 minutes. If Jimmy was good any of the other 44
Yes.
minutes,
That's it. That's your game.
any of the other, you win that shit
The
by
other
8
40.
after losing a 21
Yep.
point lead.
Yep.
Like you had
Yes.
20. Oh, you only won by 8. Oh well, on to the next one. At least we got the W.
Man.
44 minutes of just trash from Jimmy.
And y'all think Hero gonna be able to put that backpack on tomorrow? No.
Nah, motherfucking got no legs left.
Please. Durant about to hobble his ass out there and go for 40. So
I don't know, man.
It's just they.
One game, I get it, but man,
it's just frustrating.
shit that beat.
So the frustrating thing at the end is like, okay, Jimmy didn't have it working, so don't force him. They adjusted. They put a strong defender on Tyler. He started fucking up. Okay, you still have Bam Adebayo.
And they were using
Who
him.
gonna pass it to him?
But they were using him. He scored. I think he scored twice in the last. You
Yeah.
did the shit. You did everything you needed to do.
I think that specific. That's when you force the ball to Bam and you say live and die by him.
Go get the
Tyler's
ball.
picking up now.
Yep. Don't
Yeah.
wait for it.
I think
Because that's
those,
he waits for
I think
it.
those are the times. I think those are the times you force it to Bam and live and die.
Man, just bring
But that's
him
not
to the
even. But
inbound pass.
if you look at it, the way Bam has been playing, that's not forcing the ball to Bam.
yes,
That's getting the ball to
So,
Bam
yeah.
because he's shown us he's ready. He can do it. So I don't think that there shouldn't even have to be a conversation at this point with
Right,
anybody
right.
on the court. Get the fucking ball to Bam. Bam should be the first option. Like I don't even understand why he's not the first option.
with a whole and healthy roster.
And so you know what? So the frustrating thing about that, Tiff, is at points during games he is now, and then they go away from him. Whether it's working or not. That's what's frustrating.
Right, but instead of them looking for Duncan for those first 6 possessions, that shit should be Bam. Rolling,
Yes.
15-footer, on the move. Like, all of that should be
And
Bam.
immediately sucking the defense in, and
Yep.
then let your shooters.
Then let it
access,
spray.
then
Let it spray.
You know why? you know what makes me sad is that they went to Bam in the last 4 minutes. They did, and he scored. And they pulled. They were going to pull this. They were going to pull out the win. And you know what they did? Bond, do you know what they did?
They shit themselves.
They shit themselves.
They did. I'm telling you, that wasn't a good start. Starts matter a lot. I know that it matters. People undersell the way that you start a game. I think just me personally, I don't like the way that they
went. They had the lead after halftime.
That's not the start of the game.
They had the lead all the way up until pretty much the end. And I do want to, like, with us being Heat fans, I saw people in chat mention it. I do want to acknowledge 2 fouls that should have been called weren't, but at the same time, I'm not using that as an excuse.
Yeah, I hate when other people use those excuses.
They should have closed before.
Both things can be true. Yes, they're bad fouls, but like that happens.
They should have closed.
They shouldn't even had the chance to throw it in a second time.
Yeah,
right.
So we can complain about that jump ball, and I did on the timeline. I wrote throughout the EADAD, but you know what? It might have been a makeup call for the fact that Gabe held the ball for 6.5 seconds. And the motherfucker was like 1, 2,
and so yeah.
Yes, middles do matter, Cody. Wait, throw up that Cody comment.
They definitely do.
What is that?
Middles do matter. All middles matter. All middles matter.
The middle does matter. If Jimmy scores 12 points tonight,
right?
It's a 5-point win. Like it really, if
Jimmy scored 7 points tonight.
First of all, if Jimmy,
right. Well, we would have gone to overtime, right?
Yeah. Okay, but
damn, you helped.
Let's say 8 points.
But how about this? If Jimmy plays better throughout the first 3 quarters, does Jimmy have to play the 4th?
Right.
No.
That part too. No. You could be resting again.
And what would he have not have done, Tiff?
On a back-to-back with Kevin Durant.
That's fun.
He wouldn't have shat himself.
They did it the other game, right? Jimmy had 27 points through 3 quarters. That nigga didn't play the whole 4th quarter, and it is okay.
They've been doing it all the time. They've been doing it a lot lately. They've been beating the shit out of everybody, and then he sits the 4th quarter.
So you can see them.
So I will say too, Spo. Okay. I get why they put him in, sort of, but not really, because Spo is typically not scared of players. If you don't have it, you are fucking sitting. So I don't really know why.
Yeah, Spo doesn't feel that way with Jimmy.
I don't really know.
He's got that, that Dwayne just like you can do whatever. Like he gives him full.
Jimmy looked like he didn't want to come back in the
full pass. Yeah, he didn't look like he didn't but he wasn't driving, like he was making fucking jumpers, and it's like, God damn it.
No, he wasn't making them.
He wasn't.
No, he wasn't right, but he was right.
Taking.
But he was taking them, and I'm like, Jimmy, motherfucker, I love you. You charge $70 for fucking Big Face coffee.
That shit on sale.
Like it's 100 grams of coffee for $70. People aren't gonna want to buy this shit if you're shooting like this.
Like you can't be the coffee guy and not have energy.
Right. Thank you.
They only sell decaf. That's it. We ain't got that.
Don't sell shit. Get in the gym.
I love coffee. I ain't buying that shit, Jimmy.
Ain't that what you?
He need to get out and stay out the gym. He need to
get or just sit somewhere with a ball on your hand and do this.
On your back. Lay on your back.
Yes.
And just
feel the spin.
Right back down.
And let it come. Feel the spin.
If you got to chase it to go get it, you're not doing it right.
Right.
You know when you at the park when you just warming up a little bit, shoot. When I used to start hitting too many, I was like, I need to save some of those for the game. Jimmy need to save some of these shits for the game. He make them shits in practice at 4 a.m. But at 8 p.m., that's when we need you, Jimmy. Goddamn it.
Jimmy working the third shift.
Jimmy doing fries. Jimmy doing fries. He working fries.
Hey Alf, what happens when you drink too much coffee?
You shit yourself.